Hidden within the shadowy corridors of history lies a treasure trove of secrets waiting to be uncovered. Picture this, a world where every letter, symbol, and cipher carries the weight of centuries, holding stories that have shaped empires and civilizations. What if these silent messages from the past held the key to understanding not just our history, but also the mysteries that continue to baffle us today? Welcome to the fascinating realm of ancient Byzantine manuscripts, where 30 cryptic codes whisper tales of power, religion, trade, and even the cosmos itself. These encrypted messages were crafted by scholars, monks, astronomers, and even emperors, each one more intricate and enigmatic than the last. By the end of this journey, you'll uncover how these codes played pivotal roles in shaping Byzantine culture, politics, and society, and why they still captivate historians and cryptographers alike. Stay with us as we delve into the heart of these mysteries, unraveling threads of wisdom that connect the ancient world to our own. Let us now turn our attention to the very first of these cryptic codes, the Alpha Cipher, a remarkable innovation rooted in the sacred traditions of early Byzantine religious texts. This cipher, developed during the formative years of the Byzantine Empire, served as both a tool for safeguarding divine wisdom and a means of elevating spiritual communication to an art form. At its core, the Alpha Cipher was not merely a method of encryption, but a reflection of the deep reverence Byzantine scholars held for their faith. The purpose of the Alpha Cipher was twofold. First, it protected sacred messages from falling into unauthorized hands, ensuring that only those initiated into the mysteries of the Church could decipher its contents. Second, it added a layer of mysticism to religious writings, emphasizing the idea that divine truths were not meant for casual understanding but required dedication and spiritual discernment. By substituting letters with symbols or rearranging them according to specific patterns, scribes created texts that appeared indecipherable to the untrained eye yet revealed profound meaning to the faithful. This technique found widespread use in liturgical manuscripts, where prayers, hymns, and theological treatises were encoded to preserve their sanctity. For instance, monks working in secluded monasteries would often employ the Alpha Cipher to transcribe copies of the Bible or other holy works, knowing that even if these documents were intercepted by outsiders, their true content remained hidden behind a veil of secrecy. In some cases, the cipher also allowed writers to embed multiple layers of meaning within a single text, appealing to both literal and allegorical interpretations depending on the reader's depth of understanding. What makes the Alpha Cipher particularly fascinating is its adaptability over time. While initially devised for religious purposes, it eventually influenced other areas of Byzantine life, including diplomacy and military strategy. Yet its origins remain firmly tied to the spiritual world, reminding us of the profound connection between faith and intellect in ancient societies. As we continue our exploration, consider how such a humble beginning laid the foundation for one of history's most enduring systems of cryptographic ingenuity. Moving from the sacred origins of the Alpha Cipher, we now delve into a realm where cryptography intersected with power and politics, the Imperial Seal Code. This sophisticated cryptographic system was employed exclusively by Byzantine emperors to secure their communications, ensuring that state secrets remained inviolable amidst the intricate web of medieval diplomacy and intrigue. The Imperial Seal Code functioned as an advanced method of encryption tailored for official correspondence. It relied on a combination of unique symbols, elaborate letter substitutions, and personalized seals to verify authenticity. Each emperor possessed his own distinct seal, which acted not only as a signature but also as a key to unlocking encoded messages. This dual purpose ensured both security and legitimacy in imperial decrees, treaties, and confidential letters exchanged with foreign dignitaries or regional governors. One of the most notable instances where the imperial seal code played a pivotal role occurred during the reign of Emperor Basil I. Facing internal dissent and external threats, Basil utilized this cryptographic system to coordinate military campaigns while simultaneously negotiating alliances. His ability to send coded instructions directly to field commanders without fear of interception gave him a decisive advantage over rivals who lacked such sophisticated means of communication. Beyond military applications, the imperial seal code also served as a tool for political maneuvering. For example, when emissaries were dispatched to negotiate peace terms with neighboring kingdoms, encrypted messages allowed them to operate under strict guidance from the emperor. Any deviation from the agreed-upon strategy could be swiftly corrected through secret updates sent via the code. This flexibility enabled Byzantine rulers to adapt rapidly to shifting circumstances, often outmaneuvering opponents who relied solely on verbal agreements or less secure forms of written communication. What makes the imperial seal code particularly intriguing is its reflection of the Byzantine Empire's administrative sophistication. Unlike earlier methods of encryption, which were often rudimentary or limited in scope, this system demonstrated a deep understanding of the importance of information control in governance. By safeguarding sensitive data, it reinforced the authority of the emperor and strengthened the empire's resilience against espionage and betrayal. As we proceed further into our exploration of these ancient codes, consider how the imperial seal code exemplifies the intersection of technology, strategy, and leadership in shaping one of history's most enduring civilizations. Transitioning from the political sophistication of the imperial seal code, we now turn our attention to a more sacred realm where cryptography intertwined with spirituality, the liturgical encryptions. Codes 3 and 4 were closely linked, serving as vital tools within the Byzantine Church's liturgical practices. These intricate systems of encryption were specifically designed to safeguard church doctrines and rituals, ensuring their preservation and purity across generations. Liturgical encryptions played a crucial role in encoding chants, prayers, and other sacred texts. By embedding complex ciphers into religious hymns, the Byzantine clergy ensured that only those initiated into the mysteries of the faith could fully comprehend or replicate these sacred works. This practice not only protected the sanctity of the rituals, but also acted as a barrier against heretical interpretations or unauthorized alterations. One fascinating aspect of these codes was their dual function. On one hand, they preserved the integrity of liturgical texts by encrypting them in ways that required specialized knowledge to decipher. On the other hand, they served as mnemonic devices for priests and monks who memorized vast amounts of scripture and liturgy. The encoded chants often followed rhythmic patterns or symbolic sequences that made it easier for practitioners to recall lengthy passages during ceremonies. Moreover, the use of liturgical encryptions reflected the Byzantine Church's emphasis on mystery and divine revelation. Just as the imperial court relied on secrecy to maintain its power, the Church employed similar techniques to underscore the mystical nature of its teachings. Only those deemed worthy through rigorous training and spiritual devotion could unlock the deeper meanings hidden within the encrypted chants. What makes these codes particularly intriguing is their longevity and adaptability. Despite the passage of centuries and numerous challenges faced by the Byzantine Empire, the liturgical encryptions remained a cornerstone of ecclesiastical practice. They exemplify the ingenuity of early cryptographers who combined theological depth with mathematical precision to create systems that endured long after their creators had passed. As we continue our journey through these ancient codes, let us marvel at how the liturgical encryptions reveal the profound connection between faith, tradition, and innovation in Byzantine society. Their legacy serves as a testament to the enduring power of human creativity in the service of both the divine and the practical. Shifting our focus from the sacred to the practical, let us now delve into Code 5, the Silk Road Cipher. This ingenious encryption method played a pivotal role in safeguarding valuable commercial secrets during the bustling exchanges along one of history's most legendary trade routes, the Silk Road. As merchants traversed vast distances, carrying goods ranging from silk and spices to precious metals and gemstones, they needed reliable ways to protect their trade knowledge, pricing strategies, and supply chain information. Enter the Silk Road Cipher, a system designed to encode critical business data, ensuring that only trusted partners could access it. The Silk Road Cipher was more than just a tool for confidentiality. It represented an early form of corporate security. Merchants employed various techniques, such as substituting symbols for numbers or using coded phrases to disguise the true nature of transactions. For instance, instead of writing "price per pound," they might use a seemingly innocuous phrase like "stars in the sky." This allowed traders to communicate openly about deals without revealing sensitive details to potential rivals or opportunistic bandits lurking along the route. What makes this cipher particularly fascinating is its adaptability. Traders constantly evolved their methods based on the ever-changing dynamics of commerce. They incorporated local languages, mathematical systems, and even artistic motifs into their codes, creating layers of complexity that deterred unauthorized deciphering. Moreover, these ciphers often relied on shared cultural references between trading partners, strengthening bonds of trust while adding another layer of secrecy. Beyond protecting individual interests, the Silk Road Cipher also contributed to the broader success of the trade network itself. By fostering secure communication, it encouraged collaboration among diverse groups of merchants who spoke different languages and came from vastly different backgrounds. It helped establish trust across borders, facilitating smoother transactions and enabling the flow of not only goods but also ideas and innovations. In essence, the Silk Road Cipher exemplifies how cryptography intersected with economics in ancient times. Its legacy serves as a reminder of humanity's ingenuity in balancing profit with protection, and how even the mundane aspects of daily life can become extraordinary through clever innovation. As we move forward in our exploration, let's reflect on how this cipher mirrors the intricate dance of trade, technology, and trust in shaping civilizations. Turning our attention now to the sacred halls of Byzantine monasteries, we encounter Code 6, the monastic manuscript code. This remarkable system was devised by monks to safeguard sensitive knowledge and preserve the intellectual treasures housed within their cloistered walls. As centers of learning and spirituality, monasteries were repositories of invaluable texts ranging from theological treatises and philosophical manuscripts to scientific observations and historical records. To protect these precious documents from unauthorized access or potential loss, monks crafted intricate ciphers that ensured only those initiated into their secrets could unlock their meaning. The monastic manuscript code was not merely a tool for secrecy but an expression of devotion. Monks believed that encoding knowledge was akin to consecrating it, elevating its sanctity through layers of complexity. For example, they often substituted letters with symbolic imagery drawn from nature, astrology, or religious iconography. A passage about the cycles of life might be encoded using representations of stars, trees, or water, requiring readers to possess both literacy and spiritual insight to decode it correctly. In some cases, entire paragraphs were rearranged according to predetermined patterns known only to the scribes and their trusted peers. Recovered examples of these encoded manuscripts reveal fascinating glimpses into the minds of medieval scholars. One such text, found in a monastery near Constantinople, contained detailed astronomical observations concealed beneath what appeared to be a liturgical hymn. Another manuscript, believed to have been written by a 9th-century monk, hid botanical illustrations within elaborate calligraphy, preserving ancient herbal remedies for future generations. These discoveries underscore the ingenuity of the monks, who blended artistry with science and faith to create enduring works of encrypted wisdom. Beyond protecting knowledge, the monastic manuscript code fostered a sense of community among monastic orders. Shared coding systems allowed monks across distant monasteries to communicate securely, exchanging ideas and collaborating on scholarly projects while maintaining confidentiality. This interconnected network of encrypted communication played a crucial role in preserving and disseminating knowledge during turbulent times when many other institutions fell prey to destruction or neglect. As we delve deeper into this chapter of history, let us marvel at how the quiet dedication of monks transformed simple ink and parchment into fortresses of wisdom. Their legacy reminds us that even in solitude, human creativity can reach extraordinary heights, and that sometimes the most profound truths are hidden in plain sight, waiting to be deciphered. With this understanding, we proceed to explore yet another layer of Byzantine ingenuity in the codes that followed. Shifting our focus now to the battlefield, we uncover codes 7 and 8, the military tactical codes. These cryptographic systems were indispensable tools for Byzantine military leaders, enabling them to communicate securely and execute complex strategies during times of conflict. In an era when the empire faced relentless threats from invading forces, these codes became vital instruments of survival, ensuring that critical information remained protected while guiding troops to victory. The strategic importance of these codes cannot be overstated. They allowed generals to send encrypted orders detailing troop movements, supply routes, and attack plans without fear of interception by enemy spies. For instance, one method involved substituting letters with symbols or numbers arranged in a grid pattern known only to authorized commanders. Another technique used shifting alphabets based on predetermined keywords, making it nearly impossible for adversaries to decode intercepted messages. This level of sophistication ensured that even if enemy forces captured couriers carrying coded dispatches, they would remain incomprehensible without access to the decryption key. Beyond securing communication lines, these tactical codes also played a crucial role in defensive operations. During sieges, besieged garrisons relied heavily on encoded messages to coordinate relief efforts or request reinforcements. A famous example comes from the defense of Constantinople itself, where encrypted signals helped synchronize counterattacks between inner-city defenders and external Allied forces. Such coordination was essential in repelling numerous assaults over centuries. Moreover, these military codes fostered trust among soldiers and officers, reinforcing unity under challenging circumstances. Knowing that sensitive information was safeguarded boosted morale, allowing armies to operate with greater confidence. The reliance on cryptography extended beyond just written communications. It influenced battlefield tactics as well. Encoded drum beats or flag signals enabled real-time adjustments to battle formations, giving Byzantine forces an edge against less organized opponents. As we explore further into the realm of Byzantine ingenuity, let us appreciate how these military tactical codes exemplified the marriage of intellect and warfare. By blending secrecy with strategy, they transformed communication into a weapon as potent as any sword or shield. With this foundation laid, we move onward to uncover yet another facet of Byzantine brilliance in the codes ahead. Moving from the battlefield to the heart of imperial governance, we now delve into Code 9, the Royal Decree Cipher. This cryptographic marvel was reserved exclusively for royal decrees, serving as a symbol of Byzantine authority and sophistication. In an era where the word of the emperor carried unparalleled weight, ensuring the authenticity and security of these decrees was paramount. The Royal Decree Cipher employed intricate methods that combined substitution techniques with layered encryption patterns. Unlike simpler codes used for military or commercial purposes, this cipher required not only knowledge of the key, but also a deep understanding of its complex structure. One method involved embedding secret symbols within the text itself, which could only be deciphered using a specific template known only to trusted scribes and officials. Another approach incorporated numerical sequences derived from sacred texts, adding an almost mystical layer to its design. Beyond its technical brilliance, the cipher held immense symbolic value. It reinforced the divine right of the emperor, signaling that his words were protected by both human ingenuity and celestial approval. When a decree bearing this cipher arrived at provincial courts or foreign embassies, it commanded immediate respect and compliance. The mere presence of such an advanced system underscored the empire's intellectual prowess and organizational capabilities. Moreover, the cipher played a crucial role in preventing forgery and tampering. By encrypting decrees in ways that were nearly impossible to replicate without access to classified tools and training, the Byzantines safeguarded their central authority across vast territories. This level of protection ensured that even distant regions adhered strictly to imperial policies, fostering unity throughout the sprawling empire. As we examine the royal decree cipher more closely, it becomes evident how cryptography intertwined with governance, transforming written orders into instruments of power. With each stroke of ink encoded under this sophisticated system, the Byzantine rulers asserted their dominance while showcasing their commitment to preserving order through innovation. Now, as we transition further into our exploration, let us uncover the celestial secrets hidden within Code 10, the astronomical encryption. Shifting our focus from the earthly realm of governance to the heavens above, we now explore Code 10, the astronomical encryption. This rare and fascinating cipher offers a window into the Byzantine understanding of celestial bodies and their role in timekeeping. In an era when the movements of stars and planets were seen as divine messages, encrypting astronomical knowledge added an extra layer of mystery and reverence. The astronomical encryption was not merely a tool for safeguarding information. It was a reflection of the Byzantines' deep fascination with the cosmos. Used primarily by scholars, monks, and astronomers, this code allowed them to record observations about celestial events such as eclipses, solstices, and planetary alignments. These encoded records served multiple purposes. They preserved scientific knowledge, guided religious rituals tied to the liturgical calendar, and reinforced the emperor's authority as a mediator between heaven and earth. What made this encryption unique was its integration of symbolic language derived from both Christian theology and classical Greek astronomy. For instance, certain symbols represented constellations or zodiac signs, while others stood for mathematical calculations related to orbital periods. By embedding these symbols within manuscripts, scribes created documents that could only be fully understood by those trained in both cryptography and astronomy. Moreover, the astronomical encryption played a critical role in developing accurate calendars. Timekeeping was essential for agricultural planning, navigation, and religious observances. Encoded tables detailing lunar phases and solar cycles ensured that festivals like Easter were celebrated on the correct dates, further solidifying the Church's influence over daily life. Interestingly, some recovered texts suggest that this cipher may have also been used to predict celestial phenomena, offering glimpses into what we might call proto-scientific forecasting. While modern science has since surpassed many of these methods, the sophistication of the Byzantine approach remains remarkable. Their ability to blend spiritual significance with empirical observation highlights the ingenuity of their intellectual tradition. As we unravel the layers of the astronomical encryption, it becomes clear how deeply intertwined science and spirituality were in Byzantine culture. Each encoded symbol tells a story of humanity's quest to understand the universe, reminding us that even ancient codes can hold timeless wisdom. With this newfound appreciation for celestial secrets, let us now turn our attention to Code 11. The diplomatic correspondence code, where words carried the weight of international relations. Turning our gaze from the heavens to the intricate world of statecraft, we delve into Code 11, the diplomatic correspondence code. This sophisticated encryption method reveals the Byzantine Empire's mastery in safeguarding sensitive communications during an era when trust was as scarce as it was precious. As one of the most advanced civilizations of its time, Byzantium understood the importance of secrecy in maintaining its position on the global stage. The diplomatic correspondence code became a vital tool for protecting alliances, negotiating treaties, and outmaneuvering adversaries. This cipher was not merely a technical innovation, but a reflection of the empire's political acumen. It employed a complex system of symbols, substitutions, and rearrangements that ensured only authorized parties could decipher its contents. For instance, letters sent between emperors and foreign dignitaries often included layers of encryption designed to confuse interceptors. Some documents even featured false starts or decoy messages intended to mislead anyone who attempted unauthorized access. The significance of this code extended beyond mere confidentiality. It played a pivotal role in shaping Byzantine diplomacy. In a world where information could make or break alliances, the ability to securely exchange intelligence gave the empire a decisive edge. Ambassadors and envoys relied heavily on these encrypted missives to convey detailed reports about neighboring states, military movements, and economic conditions. By encoding such critical data, the Byzantines minimized risks associated with espionage and betrayal. Moreover, the use of the diplomatic correspondence code reinforced the ceremonial aspects of international relations. Encrypted letters carried an air of gravitas, symbolizing the seriousness of the matters discussed. They also served as tokens of mutual respect, demonstrating that both sender and recipient valued discretion and honor in their dealings. Interestingly, some surviving examples of this code show evidence of adaptation over time. As new threats emerged and diplomatic landscapes shifted, Byzantine cryptographers continuously refined their methods to stay ahead of potential breaches. This evolution underscores the empire's commitment to preserving its strategic advantages through innovation. Through the lens of the diplomatic correspondence code, we gain insight into how Byzantium navigated the complexities of medieval geopolitics. Each encoded message tells a story of power, intrigue, and resilience, highlighting the ingenuity required to thrive in an uncertain world. With this understanding of diplomatic secrecy, let us now explore codes 12 and 13, philosophical treatise encryptions where thinkers concealed profound ideas within the veils of coded manuscripts. Shifting our focus from the realm of statecraft to the world of intellectual pursuit, we now explore codes 12 and 13, philosophical treatise encryptions. These two related codes offer a fascinating glimpse into how Byzantine thinkers safeguarded their ideas in an era where freedom of expression was often curtailed by religious or political authorities. By encoding their philosophical musings, scholars ensured that their work could endure without being misinterpreted, suppressed, or used against them. In the Byzantine Empire, as in many societies of the time, certain ideas were deemed heretical or controversial. To protect themselves and their contributions to human knowledge, philosophers and theologians turned to encryption as a means of preserving their thoughts for future generations. The manuscripts they created were not merely documents but intricate puzzles designed to reveal their true meaning only to those initiated into the secrets of the code. Code 12, often referred to as the symbolic manuscript code, relied heavily on metaphorical language and symbolic representation. Thinkers embedded complex concepts within layers of allegory, making it nearly impossible for casual readers or hostile critics to grasp the intended message. For example, discussions about free will versus divine predestination might be couched in terms of celestial movements or mythological narratives, requiring deep understanding and careful decoding to uncover their philosophical essence. Code 13, known as the logical cipher, took a more structured approach. This method employed mathematical principles and logical sequences to encode arguments and propositions. Scholars would use numbered lists, geometric patterns, or even musical notation to convey abstract ideas. Such techniques allowed them to construct rigorous philosophical frameworks while cloaking their content behind a veil of apparent complexity. Together, these two codes reflect the ingenuity of Byzantine intellectuals who navigated the delicate balance between innovation and conformity. By concealing their most profound insights within coded texts, they preserved the richness of their thought for posterity. Their efforts also demonstrate the lengths to which individuals went to ensure their voices could still resonate through history, despite the constraints imposed upon them. Moreover, the existence of such encryptions highlights the importance of context in interpreting ancient writings. Modern scholars studying these manuscripts must remain vigilant, recognizing that what appears at first glance may hide far deeper meanings waiting to be unlocked. Through the lens of codes 12 and 13, we see how philosophy itself became an act of resistance, a testament to the enduring human spirit in pursuit of truth. As we continue our journey through the cryptic codes of Byzantium, let us now turn our attention to Code 14, the architectural blueprint code where secrecy meets construction in surprising ways. Transitioning from the realm of philosophical encryption to the practical world of construction, we now delve into Code 14, the architectural blueprint code. This specialized cipher reveals how Byzantine architects safeguarded their designs, ensuring that sensitive plans remained confidential during ambitious building projects. In an era when architectural innovations often held strategic importance, protecting blueprints was as crucial as guarding military secrets. The architectural blueprint code employed a combination of symbolic notation and geometric abstraction to encode detailed plans. Architects would replace precise measurements with coded sequences, using symbols or letters to represent dimensions and materials. For instance, instead of writing 10 feet, they might inscribe a symbol corresponding to the number 10 within their proprietary system. Similarly, specific shapes or patterns could denote structural elements like columns, arches, or domes, making it nearly impossible for unauthorized individuals to interpret the designs correctly. This method served multiple purposes. First, it protected intellectual property, preventing rival states or factions from replicating iconic structures such as churches, fortresses, or aqueducts. Second, it ensured security during construction, particularly in cases where projects spanned long periods or involved numerous workers who might inadvertently or intentionally leak information. By encoding blueprints, architects maintained control over the dissemination of knowledge about their creations. Interestingly, some surviving examples of these encoded plans reveal intricate systems that combined aesthetics with functionality. Certain manuscripts depict elaborate diagrams resembling abstract art, only decipherable by those trained in the cipher. These documents were not merely functional, they also showcased the artistic flair characteristic of Byzantine craftsmanship. The use of the architectural blueprint code underscores the ingenuity of Byzantine builders who balanced creativity with pragmatism. Their efforts highlight the intersection of art, engineering, and cryptography, demonstrating how even mundane tasks like drafting plans could be elevated into sophisticated practices. As we examine this code, we gain insight into the meticulous planning and foresight required to construct enduring monuments that continue to inspire awe today. With this understanding of how architecture met secrecy in Byzantium, let us proceed to explore Code 15, the herbal medicine code, where ancient wisdom blends with cryptographic ingenuity to safeguard health and healing. Shifting our focus from the world of architecture to the realm of healing, we now uncover Code 15, the herbal medicine code. This fascinating system reveals how Byzantine herbalists employed cryptographic methods to protect their invaluable medicinal knowledge, ensuring that recipes for remedies remained secure and exclusive. In a time when medical expertise was both precious and vulnerable, safeguarding these secrets became paramount. Herbalists developed intricate ciphers to encode detailed instructions for preparing treatments, blending natural ingredients with precise techniques. These encoded manuscripts often took the form of symbolic notation, where specific plants or processes were represented by unique symbols or abbreviations known only to those trained in their interpretation. For example, instead of writing out mint or fenugreek, they might use a stylized leaf icon or an abstract mark to denote the plant. Similarly, steps like boiling or distillation could be indicated through geometric patterns or numerical codes. Surviving examples from Byzantine hospitals provide remarkable insights into this practice. One notable manuscript discovered in the ruins of a hospital near Constantinople includes a series of diagrams resembling star charts, each corresponding to a different remedy. By decoding these charts, historians have been able to reconstruct ancient treatments for ailments ranging from fevers to wounds. What's more, these documents reveal not just the practical applications, but also the deep understanding of botany and chemistry possessed by these early practitioners. The Herbal Medicine Code highlights the intersection of science, art, and secrecy in Byzantine healthcare. It reflects the herbalists' dedication to preserving their craft while protecting it from misuse or theft. Beyond mere protection, however, this encryption method also served as a teaching tool, allowing masters to pass down complex knowledge selectively to trusted apprentices. In doing so, it ensured continuity in medical traditions while maintaining their exclusivity. As we explore this code, we gain a deeper appreciation for the ingenuity of Byzantine healers and the lengths they went to safeguard health and wellness. Their efforts remind us of the timeless importance of knowledge preservation and how even in ancient times, cryptography played a vital role in shaping the future of medicine. With this insight into the fusion of healing and secrecy, let's move forward to examine Code 16, the Cryptic Psalter Code, where sacred texts meet encrypted wisdom. Code 16, the Cryptic Psalter Code. As we journey further into the labyrinth of Byzantine mysteries, let's now turn our attention to an extraordinary fusion of spirituality and cryptography found within Psalter's books containing the Book of Psalms. These sacred texts were more than just devotional works. They concealed layers of encoded wisdom that served both religious and intellectual purposes. Psalter manuscripts from the Byzantine era often featured intricate scripts and symbols woven seamlessly into their verses. At first glance, these writings appeared to be purely spiritual, offering guidance for prayer and meditation. However, upon closer inspection, scholars have uncovered hidden messages embedded within the text. These codes took various forms: letters rearranged into anagrams, patterns arranged in geometric shapes, or even entire passages written in ciphered language known only to a select few. The dual nature of the Cryptic Psalter Code reflects the Byzantines' belief in the interconnectedness of faith and knowledge. On one hand, the Psalters provided solace and inspiration through prayers and hymns. On the other, they safeguarded philosophical insights, historical records, and scientific observations under the guise of devotion. This practice ensured that sensitive information could be preserved without drawing unwanted attention during times of political or religious upheaval. For example, certain Psalter manuscripts discovered in monasteries across the empire contain marginalia notes written in the margins that reveal cryptic references to astronomical events, medicinal practices, and ethical teachings. By encoding such knowledge within spiritual texts, the authors protected it from being lost or misused while ensuring its survival for future generations. What makes the Cryptic Psalter Code particularly fascinating is how it blurs the line between religion and learning. It invites us to consider the broader implications of this practice. Could these encoded texts have been tools for preserving ancient traditions, or perhaps vehicles for secret communication among scholars and clergy? Whatever the case may be, the Cryptic Psalter Code stands as testament to the ingenuity of Byzantine scribes who balanced reverence with resourcefulness. As we delve deeper into this remarkable code, we uncover not only the sophistication of Byzantine culture, but also the enduring human desire to seek meaning and conceal it when necessary. Next, we'll explore Code 17, the maritime navigation code where the secrets of the sea lie encrypted in maps and charts. Code 17, the maritime navigation code. Shifting our focus from the sacred halls of devotion to the vast expanse of the open seas, we now uncover how Byzantine mariners employed sophisticated encryption techniques to safeguard their navigation charts and maritime routes. For a civilization as reliant on trade and naval power as Byzantium, ensuring the security of seafaring knowledge was paramount. Imagine this, a time when maps were not just tools for direction but also repositories of encrypted secrets. Byzantine sailors developed intricate codes to conceal vital information about trade routes, safe harbors, and navigational hazards. These encoded charts served as both practical guides and protective measures against piracy or espionage. By disguising crucial details within complex patterns and symbols, mariners ensured that even if their maps fell into enemy hands, the true paths remained hidden. The maritime navigation code often took the form of geometric shapes, abstract symbols, or cryptic annotations scattered across the parchment. Some scholars believe these codes may have been influenced by earlier Greco-Roman cartographic traditions, adapted to meet the unique demands of Byzantine seafaring. For instance, certain recovered manuscripts depict coastlines with subtle variations in line thickness or coloration, visual cues that only an initiated navigator could interpret correctly. What makes this code especially remarkable is its adaptability to different contexts. While some charts contained straightforward ciphers designed for everyday use, others incorporated layered encryptions meant for high-stakes missions, such as military expeditions or diplomatic voyages. This duality reflects the dual role of Byzantine sailors, as merchants and warriors navigating a world fraught with peril. One fascinating example comes from a fragment of a 9th century chart discovered off the shores of modern-day Turkey. Within its seemingly innocuous markings lie hints of a secret route linking Constantinople to distant ports in the Black Sea. Deciphering these codes has proven challenging, yet rewarding, offering historians glimpses into the strategic networks that sustained Byzantine influence across the Mediterranean. As we ponder the ingenuity of these ancient mariners, one cannot help but marvel at their ability to balance pragmatism with secrecy. Their legacy lives on in the enduring mystery of the Maritime Navigation Code, a testament to the resourcefulness of those who braved the seas in search of prosperity and adventure. With this understanding, let us now venture further into the realm of economic security with Codes 18 and 19, Economic Ledger Ciphers. Codes 18 and 19, Economic Ledger Ciphers. As we shift our focus from the open seas to the bustling marketplaces and treasuries of Byzantium, we uncover a realm where financial security was as crucial as maritime navigation. In an era when trade flourished and wealth flowed through the veins of the empire, protecting economic data became a matter of paramount importance. This is where the economic ledger ciphers come into play. Sophisticated encryption systems devised by merchants and treasurers to safeguard sensitive financial records. Imagine a world where every transaction, from the sale of silk to the collection of imperial taxes, was meticulously recorded in ledgers. Yet, these documents were not mere lists of numbers but complex puzzles encoded with elaborate numerical systems. The economic ledger ciphers served as both a shield and a tool, ensuring that only those who possessed the knowledge to decipher them could access the information within. By concealing financial details behind layers of cryptic symbols and mathematical patterns, merchants and treasurers ensured the confidentiality of their operations, guarding against fraud, theft, and espionage. These ciphers varied in complexity depending on their intended use. For everyday transactions, simpler methods sufficed, often involving basic substitutions or rearrangements of figures. However, for high-value dealings or imperial accounts, more intricate systems were employed. Some scholars speculate that certain ledgers may have incorporated elements of ancient Greek mathematics, adapting formulas and sequences to create virtually unbreakable codes. Others believe that astronomical observations might have influenced the design of these ciphers, using celestial patterns as keys to unlock the encrypted data. One remarkable example comes from a 10th century merchant ledger discovered in Antioch. Within its pages lie traces of a cipher that used geometric shapes alongside numerals, creating a visual representation of financial records that only trained eyes could interpret. Deciphering such ledgers has proven challenging even for modern historians, yet their study offers invaluable insights into the economic practices of Byzantine society. These ciphers reveal not just the meticulousness of record-keeping, but also the ingenuity of those who sought to protect the empire's financial backbone. The economic ledger ciphers highlight the dual nature of Byzantine commerce as both a driver of prosperity and a battleground for secrecy. Their legacy endures in the careful balance between transparency and protection, a principle still relevant in today's digital age. With this understanding, let us now turn our attention to Code 20, the alchemical formula code where science meets mystery in the pursuit of hidden knowledge. Shifting our focus from the bustling marketplaces to the secretive laboratories of ancient alchemists, we now explore Code 20, the alchemical formula code. This fascinating encryption method delves into the mystical world of alchemy, where science and spirituality intertwined in the pursuit of hidden knowledge. Alchemists, driven by their quest for transformation and enlightenment, developed intricate codes to safeguard their experiments and discoveries, ensuring that only those initiated into their arcane arts could unlock the secrets within. Imagine a time when the boundaries between chemistry, philosophy, and mysticism blurred, giving rise to an underground network of scholars dedicated to uncovering nature's deepest truths. These alchemists meticulously documented their work, encoding formulas for transmutation, elixirs of life, and other groundbreaking discoveries. Their manuscripts were not mere records but elaborate puzzles designed to protect their findings from falling into the wrong hands. By using cryptic symbols, geometric patterns, and even hidden languages, they created layers of complexity that challenged even the most brilliant minds of their era. One remarkable example comes from a recovered manuscript dated to the 12th century, discovered in the ruins of a Byzantine monastery. Within its fragile pages lie encoded instructions for creating alloys, purifying metals, and possibly even attempting the legendary transmutation of base metals into gold. Scholars believe these formulas incorporated elements of ancient Greek and Roman scientific knowledge, blending them with esoteric traditions unique to Byzantium. Some ciphers may have drawn inspiration from astronomical charts, while others relied on mathematical sequences or linguistic riddles. The significance of the alchemical formula code extends beyond its role as a protective measure. It reflects the broader cultural context of Byzantine society, where intellectual curiosity was both celebrated and feared. Alchemy, often viewed with suspicion by religious authorities, required secrecy to flourish. Through their coded manuscripts, alchemists preserved invaluable knowledge that might otherwise have been lost to censorship or destruction. Today, historians and scientists alike study these documents, seeking to decode their mysteries and understand the advanced thinking behind them. As we delve deeper into this enigmatic practice, it becomes clear that the alchemical formula code represents more than just an encryption technique. It symbolizes humanity's enduring quest for knowledge, innovation, and transformation. With this newfound appreciation, let us move forward to Code 21, the iconographic symbolism code where art meets mystery in the language of visual symbols. Transitioning from the alchemical pursuit of transformation, we now turn our attention to Code 21, the iconographic symbolism code. This fascinating aspect of Byzantine culture reveals how visual art became a medium for encoding profound truths and spiritual teachings. Beyond their surface beauty, icons served as powerful tools of communication, carrying layers of meaning that spoke directly to those who understood their symbolic language. Iconography in Byzantine art was far more than mere decoration or religious imagery. Each symbol, gesture, and color held specific significance, creating a complex system of encoding that conveyed theological concepts, historical events, and moral lessons. For instance, halos around figures represented divine presence, while certain hand gestures symbolized blessings or specific prayers. Even the positioning of figures within an icon could signify hierarchical relationships between saints, angels, and earthly beings. One intriguing example is the use of geometric patterns and numbers in icon design. Circles often denoted eternity and perfection, while squares represented stability and earthliness. Numerology played a significant role as well. 3 commonly symbolized the Holy Trinity, while 12 might refer to the apostles or zodiac signs. These elements combined to create a visual cipher that only the initiated could fully interpret. Moreover, the materials used in creating icons such as gold leaf, precious stones, and rare pigments added another layer of meaning. Gold, for example, not only signified wealth but also divine light and transcendence. Artists carefully selected each material to enhance the symbolic message of the artwork, ensuring that every detail contributed to its encoded narrative. The iconographic symbolism code reflects the deep integration of faith, art, and intellect in Byzantine society. It demonstrates how visual symbols were employed to educate, inspire, and preserve sacred knowledge. Whether viewed by illiterate peasants or learned clergy, these icons communicated across barriers of literacy and social class, uniting the community through shared understanding. Understanding this code offers modern audiences a glimpse into the rich tapestry of Byzantine spirituality and creativity. As we explore further, let us uncover yet another facet of this remarkable civilization with Code 22, the astrological prediction code where celestial observations meet human destiny. Shifting our focus from the visual mysteries of iconography to the celestial realms, we now delve into Code 22, the astrological prediction code. This fascinating practice reveals how Byzantine astrologers used encryption not only as a tool for secure communication, but also as a means to safeguard their forecasts and predictions about human destiny. Astrology in Byzantine culture was far more than an esoteric hobby. It was deeply intertwined with daily life, politics, and even religious practices. Astrologers relied on intricate systems of symbols, charts, and mathematical calculations to interpret the movements of the stars and planets. These interpretations were often recorded in encrypted texts, ensuring that only those initiated into the astrological sciences could access or understand them. Such secrecy was vital, given the potential influence these predictions held over emperors, generals, and other powerful figures who sought guidance in matters of statecraft and warfare. One notable example comes from the reign of Emperor Constantine VII, during which court astrologers maintained detailed records of planetary alignments and their supposed effects on imperial decisions. These documents were encoded using specialized ciphers designed specifically for astrological purposes. By encrypting their work, astrologers protected themselves against accusations of heresy or misuse of knowledge while preserving the integrity of their craft. Beyond its practical applications, the astrological prediction code played a significant role in shaping Byzantine culture. It reinforced the belief that celestial bodies governed earthly affairs, fostering a worldview where humans lived under the watchful eyes of the heavens. This perspective influenced everything from agricultural cycles to coronation ceremonies, embedding astrology firmly within the fabric of society. To modern observers, the astrological prediction code offers a window into how ancient peoples reconciled scientific observation with spiritual conviction. While contemporary science might dismiss some aspects of astrology, there is no denying its historical importance as a bridge between empirical inquiry and metaphysical exploration. As we continue this journey through Byzantine cryptography, let us next explore Code 23, the medical diagnosis code where health meets hidden wisdom. Turning our attention from the celestial spheres to matters of health and wellness, we now uncover Code 23, the medical diagnosis code. In a time when medical knowledge was both prized and precarious, Byzantine physicians turned to cryptography as a safeguard for their diagnostic methods and treatment plans. These encoded texts reveal not only the advanced understanding of medicine in the Byzantine world, but also the lengths practitioners went to protect their expertise. Medical treatises from this era show that doctors used ciphers to document everything from common ailments to complex surgeries. By encrypting their notes, they ensured that sensitive information about diagnoses and remedies remained confidential, accessible only to those trained in the art of healing. This practice served multiple purposes. It preserved professional secrets, prevented unauthorized use of medical knowledge, and maintained the authority of licensed practitioners in a society where quackery was rampant. One fascinating example comes from the writings of Aetius of Amida, a renowned physician whose works survive in encrypted form. His manuscripts describe treatments for conditions ranging from feverish illnesses to surgical interventions, all concealed behind layers of cryptographic protection. Such documents highlight the sophistication of Byzantine medicine, while underscoring its integration with other fields like mathematics and philosophy. Physicians often collaborated with scholars from various disciplines, blending empirical observation with theoretical reasoning to create comprehensive systems of care. The medical diagnosis code also reflects the cultural values of the time. Health was seen as a divine gift, yet its maintenance required human ingenuity. Encryption symbolized the balance between humility before God's creation and the pursuit of scientific advancement. Patients trusted their doctors not just for healing but also for discretion, knowing that personal health information was treated with utmost confidentiality. As we examine these ancient codes, we gain insight into how Byzantine medicine bridged practical application with intellectual rigor. For modern audiences, these encrypted texts serve as reminders of humanity's enduring quest to understand and conquer disease, a journey that continues today. Next, let us explore Code 24, the legal documentation code where justice finds expression through hidden symbols. Shifting our focus from the realm of medicine to the corridors of justice, we now delve into Code 24, the legal documentation code. In a society where written agreements and official decrees held immense power, Byzantine legal professionals devised sophisticated encryption methods to safeguard the integrity of their documents. These cryptographic techniques ensured that legal records remained authentic, unaltered, and protected from unauthorized tampering, a necessity in an era when disputes over land, wealth, and political influence were rife. Legal documents in Byzantium often carried profound implications, whether they pertained to property transfers, inheritance rights, or even imperial edicts. To maintain trust in such critical instruments, scribes and jurists employed ciphers that only authorized parties could decipher. This practice not only verified the legitimacy of the document, but also served as a deterrent against forgery, which was punishable by severe penalties under Byzantine law. One notable example of this encryption comes from surviving parchments detailing property transactions during the reign of Emperor Justinian I. These documents feature intricate patterns and symbols woven into the text, functioning as both decorative elements and hidden safeguards. Such innovations reveal the ingenuity with which Byzantine officials approached the challenge of preserving authenticity in a world where written proof was paramount. Moreover, these encrypted legal texts played pivotal roles in dispute resolution. When disagreements arose, whether between private citizens or high-ranking nobles, the presence of cryptographic protections allowed for reliable verification of claims. Courts relied on experts trained in decoding these documents to settle conflicts fairly, ensuring that decisions were based on genuine evidence rather than falsified information. This reliance on cryptography underscored the importance of transparency and accuracy within the legal system. The use of encryption in legal documentation also highlights broader cultural values in Byzantine society. It reflects a commitment to order, fairness, and accountability, principles that permeated all levels of governance. By embedding secrecy within public instruments, Byzantines balanced openness with security, creating a framework that endured for centuries. Understanding these ancient methods offers modern viewers a glimpse into how early civilizations addressed challenges still relevant today, protecting sensitive information, establishing trust in official records, and resolving disputes equitably. With this foundation laid, let us proceed to codes 25 and 26, poetic literary codes where creativity meets concealment. Transitioning from the meticulous world of legal documentation to the creative realm of poetry, we now explore codes 25 and 26, poetic literary codes. These ingenious methods allowed Byzantine poets to encode hidden meanings within their verses, blending artistry with secrecy. While outwardly beautiful and lyrical, these poems often concealed messages that could range from personal reflections to subtle critiques of the state. In Byzantine society, poetry served as both entertainment and a medium for communication. However, under the watchful eyes of authorities, direct expressions of dissent or controversial ideas carried significant risks. To navigate this delicate balance, poets developed sophisticated techniques to embed coded messages within their works. By using metaphor, allegory, and intricate wordplay, they created layers of meaning accessible only to those who knew how to decipher them. One notable example comes from the writings of an anonymous court poet during the Komnenian dynasty. His elaborate odes praised the emperor's virtues while embedding veiled criticisms about governance in carefully chosen phrases. For instance, a line celebrating the sun's eternal light might simultaneously allude to the fleeting nature of imperial power. Such dual meanings required readers to look beyond surface-level interpretations, rewarding those attuned to the subtleties of language. These poetic codes also facilitated private communication among individuals. Lovers exchanged encrypted verses expressing forbidden desires, scholars shared radical ideas through cryptic metaphors, and even common citizens used rhymes to convey sensitive information without fear of detection. This practice transformed poetry into a versatile tool for preserving freedom of thought amidst societal constraints. The technical aspects of these literary encryptions were equally fascinating. Poets employed devices such as acrostics, where the first letter of each line formed a hidden message, or palindromes, which read the same forward and backward but revealed deeper truths when interpreted correctly. Some poets even manipulated meter and rhythm to signal encoded content, ensuring their work resonated on multiple levels. Ultimately, the poetic literary codes highlight the ingenuity of Byzantine artists in adapting their craft to serve broader purposes. Through their verses, they preserved history, critiqued power structures, and connected with audiences across generations. As we uncover these ancient secrets, we gain insight into how creativity thrived even under challenging circumstances, a testament to human resilience and resourcefulness. Code 27 takes us into the fascinating world of architectural craftsmanship, where we uncover the significance of the architectural mason mark code. As builders of grand structures like churches, palaces, and fortresses, Byzantine stonemasons developed a unique system of marks that served dual purposes, acting as personal signatures while also encoding essential instructions for construction projects. These marks were chiseled onto stones with precision, often resembling abstract symbols or geometric patterns. At first glance, they appeared decorative, yet their meanings were deeply functional. For instance, some marks indicated the intended placement of a stone within the structure, guiding other workers during assembly. Others communicated specific dimensions or cuts required for proper alignment. By encoding this information rather than writing it out explicitly, Masons ensured clarity across large teams working on complex projects without risking misinterpretation or errors. Beyond practicality, these marks also held symbolic value. Each stonemason created his own distinctive design, leaving behind what amounted to an artistic signature on every piece he worked on. This practice not only established accountability but also celebrated individual contributions to collective masterpieces. In essence, these marks became part of the building's identity, much like fingerprints etched into history. Interestingly, the use of encoded marks extended beyond mere functionality. They played a role in safeguarding trade secrets among guilds, preserving specialized knowledge from being easily replicated by outsiders. Only those initiated into the craft understood the intricacies of these symbols, creating a closed circle of expertise that reinforced professional bonds. Through the lens of the architectural Mason mark code, we gain profound insight into Byzantine craftsmanship, a blend of artistry, engineering, and secrecy that shaped iconic structures still admired today. This ingenious method underscores how even the smallest details could contribute to monumental achievements, reflecting the ingenuity of ancient artisans who built civilizations brick by brick. Code 28 delves into the mystical realm of ritualistic practices, where we uncover the ritualistic incantation code, a fascinating example of how encryption was woven into spiritual life. In the Byzantine world, rituals often involved spoken or written incantations, which were encoded to protect their sacred nature and ensure only the initiated could decipher them. These codes served as a bridge between the physical and metaphysical realms, guarding the sanctity of ancient traditions while enhancing the power believed to be inherent in these rites. The use of encoded incantations reflected a deep reverence for secrecy in spiritual practices. Priests, mystics, and healers employed cryptic symbols, reversed letters, or intricate patterns to obscure the true meaning of their words. For instance, certain prayers might include deliberate distortions of common phrases, making them unintelligible to outsiders yet rich with significance for those privy to the hidden language. This method not only preserved the integrity of the rituals but also reinforced the exclusivity of religious knowledge. Moreover, the encoding process itself held symbolic weight. Creating an incantation required meticulous attention to detail, much like crafting a masterpiece. The act of encrypting added layers of complexity, imbuing each word with greater spiritual potency. Some scholars believe that the very effort involved in decoding such texts mirrored the journey toward enlightenment, an arduous path meant to test one's devotion and understanding. What makes this code particularly intriguing is its role in daily life. Beyond grand ceremonies, encoded incantations found their way into everyday rituals, from healing spells to protective charms. A mother seeking to safeguard her child might recite a coded blessing, trusting in its concealed power to ward off harm. Similarly, travelers relied on encrypted invocations to ensure safe passage through perilous lands. By examining the ritualistic incantation code, we gain a glimpse into the profound interplay between faith and secrecy in Byzantine society. It reveals how deeply spirituality permeated all aspects of life, shaping both personal beliefs and communal practices. Through this lens, we see not just a system of encryption but a testament to humanity's enduring quest for connection with the divine. As we move forward, let us explore another layer of Byzantine ingenuity, how cartographers encoded maps to protect territorial information, unlocking the secrets of Code 29. Code 29 takes us into the fascinating world of cartography, where we discover how Byzantine mapmakers used encryption to safeguard sensitive territorial information. In an era when borders were constantly contested and land equated to power, the need for secure maps became paramount. Cartographers developed ingenious methods to encode geographical details, ensuring that only authorized individuals could access the true layout of regions. One common technique involved distorting geographical features, such as altering distances between landmarks or misplacing rivers and mountains. These deliberate inaccuracies served as safeguards against unauthorized use while maintaining enough realism to appear legitimate at first glance. Another method relied on symbolic representation, where key locations were marked with cryptic symbols known only to those trained in interpreting them. For instance, a castle might be represented by a specific shape or pattern, requiring knowledge of the codebook to decipher its actual location. The importance of these encrypted maps extended beyond mere defense strategy. They played crucial roles in diplomacy, trade negotiations, and military campaigns. By controlling access to accurate geographical data, rulers maintained strategic advantages over potential adversaries. One notable example comes from the reign of Emperor Basil I, who commissioned detailed maps of frontier regions to better fortify Byzantine borders against invasions. These maps were meticulously encoded, preserving their value even if captured by enemy forces. Interestingly, some surviving examples reveal dual-purpose designs. Maps intended for public circulation featured simplified layouts, whereas private versions contained intricate encryptions revealing hidden routes or resources. This duality highlights the sophistication of Byzantine cartographic practices and underscores their commitment to secrecy. Through the lens of Code 29, we uncover not just a technical innovation but a testament to human ingenuity in protecting vital assets. As we delve deeper into this realm of encoded geography, it becomes clear how deeply intertwined security concerns were with intellectual pursuits during the Byzantine era. With this understanding, let's now turn our attention to the final piece of our journey, Code 30, the Esoteric Knowledge Code. As we reach the culmination of our exploration, Code 30 invites us to uncover the deepest layers of Byzantine cryptographic artistry, the Esoteric Knowledge Code. This final piece of our journey takes us into the realm where mystics, philosophers, and scholars wove profound truths into encoded manuscripts, safeguarding knowledge that transcended the mundane world. In a society steeped in spirituality and intellectual curiosity, these codes were not merely tools for secrecy but vessels of enlightenment. They concealed insights into metaphysical questions, ethical frameworks, and cosmological understandings, preserving them for those deemed worthy or enlightened enough to decipher their meaning. Often embedded within religious texts or philosophical treatises, these cryptic writings required more than mere skill to unravel. They demanded wisdom, context, and sometimes even initiation into secret traditions. One fascinating example comes from recovered fragments of alchemical manuscripts, where mystical diagrams and encrypted formulas hint at transformative processes beyond chemical reactions. These documents suggest an intertwining of spiritual growth with scientific discovery, reflecting the holistic worldview of Byzantine thinkers. Similarly, some esoteric codes found in monastic libraries encode meditative practices, moral teachings, and allegorical narratives designed to guide adherents toward higher states of consciousness. The methods employed in creating these codes were as intricate as the ideas they protected. Subtle patterns woven into calligraphy, symbolic associations hidden within illustrations, and numerical ciphers embedded in prose all contributed to the complexity of this form of encryption. For instance, certain texts use gematria, assigning numerical values to letters, allowing multiple layers of interpretation depending on one's understanding of the underlying system. What sets the Esoteric Knowledge Code apart is its purpose. It wasn't created to defend borders or secure trade routes, but to preserve timeless truths, ensuring they endured through centuries of change. In doing so, it reflects the enduring human quest for meaning and transcendence. As we conclude our investigation, this code reminds us that the legacy of Byzantium extends far beyond its physical achievement. It lies in the pursuit of wisdom, preserved through ingenious means for future generations to rediscover. With this insight, we come full circle in our journey through the cryptic codes of ancient Byzantine manuscripts. each code tells a story, revealing aspects of a civilization rich in innovation, culture, and resilience. Let's now reflect on how these discoveries shape our understanding of history and perhaps inspire us to seek deeper truths ourselves. Building upon the foundations of the Alpha Cipher, let's delve deeper into its evolution and uncover the advanced techniques that emerged over centuries. As Byzantine scholars refined their cryptographic methods, they developed sophisticated variations of this ancient system, pushing its boundaries beyond mere encoding of sacred messages. These enhancements allowed the cipher to serve not only religious purposes but also administrative, diplomatic, and even personal needs. One notable advancement was the introduction of polyalphabetic substitution, where multiple alphabets were used in sequence to encrypt a single message. This technique significantly increased the complexity of the code, making it far more resistant to decryption attempts by unauthorized individuals. For instance, scribes might alternate between standard Greek characters and specialized symbols derived from liturgical texts, creating layers of obfuscation that required intimate knowledge of both language and ritual to unravel. Another intriguing development involved the use of nulls, decoy characters inserted into the ciphertext to mislead potential interceptors. These nulls could take the form of seemingly innocuous words or phrases, such as blessings or greetings, which added an additional layer of confusion for anyone attempting to decode the message without proper instruction. The artistry behind these nulls demonstrated the ingenuity of Byzantine cryptographers, who balanced precision with creativity to safeguard sensitive information. Moreover, advancements in manuscript illumination played a crucial role in advancing the Alpha Cipher's capabilities. Scribes began incorporating micrographic elements, embedding hidden messages within elaborate decorative borders or illustrations. To the untrained eye, these embellishments appeared purely aesthetic, yet they concealed vital communications when viewed through the lens of trained decryption specialists. As time progressed, the Alpha Cipher adapted to meet the demands of an ever-changing world. In later periods, it incorporated numerical systems akin to gematria, assigning symbolic values to letters and numbers alike. This innovation enabled encoders to craft messages rich in metaphorical meaning, allowing recipients to interpret them on multiple levels depending on their level of understanding. These developments highlight the resilience and adaptability of Byzantine cryptographic traditions. What started as a tool for preserving sacred teachings evolved into a versatile instrument capable of addressing diverse societal needs. By embracing innovation while honoring tradition, the Alpha Cipher remains one of history's most remarkable examples of intellectual ingenuity. With this deeper exploration of its advanced techniques, we gain newfound appreciation for the sophistication underlying what may initially seem like simple encryption methods. Such discoveries remind us just how much there is still to learn about the brilliance of Byzantine civilization and inspire curiosity about other secrets waiting to be uncovered. Let's now turn our attention to the practical applications of the herbal medicine code, where theory meets reality in the realm of Byzantine healthcare. This specialized cipher was not merely an abstract concept but a vital tool used by healers and herbalists to safeguard centuries-old knowledge of plant-based remedies. By encrypting their findings, they ensured that this precious information remained protected from those who might misuse it. One compelling example comes from the renowned medical center at the Pantocrator Monastery in Constantinople. Here, physicians employed the herbal medicine code to document detailed recipes for treating ailments ranging from fever to wounds. These encoded texts included precise measurements of ingredients, harvesting instructions, and even seasonal considerations, details crucial for crafting effective treatments. For instance, a recipe for a poultice used to treat inflammation involved combining crushed willow bark with honey and vinegar. The proportions and preparation steps were carefully encrypted using symbolic characters, ensuring only trained practitioners could decipher them. Another fascinating case involves the work of a traveling healer named Demetrios, whose practice spanned several regions of the empire. To adapt his remedies to local flora and patient needs, Demetrios maintained a personal codex filled with notes about regional plants and their medicinal properties. His use of the herbal medicine code allowed him to securely share insights with trusted colleagues, while keeping sensitive information hidden from competitors or untrained individuals. In one instance, he collaborated with another healer to develop a remedy for dysentery using locally sourced herbs like sage and chamomile, all documented in their encrypted records. The code also played a critical role during military campaigns, where field medics relied on portable herb kits accompanied by encoded instructions. These documents provided guidance on identifying and utilizing wild plants found near battlegrounds, enabling soldiers to receive timely care far from established hospitals. Such innovations highlight the adaptability of the herbal medicine code, proving its value in both urban clinics and remote settings. Through these real-world examples, we see how the herbal medicine code bridged ancient wisdom with practical application, shaping the foundation of Byzantine medicine. Its legacy continues to inspire modern researchers seeking to unlock the secrets of traditional healing practices. In summary, the 30 cryptic codes we've explored reveal a rich tapestry of Byzantine ingenuity and innovation. From safeguarding sacred texts with the Alpha Cipher to encoding diplomatic secrets through the diplomatic correspondence code, each method played a pivotal role in shaping the empire's culture, politics, and society. These codes were not merely tools for concealment but powerful instruments that protected knowledge, preserved traditions, and ensured the continuity of power. The herbal medicine code, for instance, exemplifies how encryption bridged ancient wisdom with practical application, ensuring medical knowledge was passed down securely. Similarly, military tactical codes fortified defenses against invaders, while philosophical treatise encryptions allowed thinkers to challenge norms without fear of persecution. Each code reflects the Byzantines' deep understanding of their world and their ability to adapt cryptography to diverse needs, be it navigating trade routes, crafting architectural blueprints, or mapping celestial bodies. As we reflect on these remarkable systems, it becomes clear that the legacy of Byzantine codes extends far beyond their historical context. They remind us of humanity's enduring quest to protect knowledge, foster communication, and innovate in times of challenge. For those intrigued by this fascinating subject, there is much more to uncover. Modern scholars continue to decode ancient manuscripts, revealing new insights into the minds of Byzantine scribes, healers, and strategists. By delving deeper into this captivating field, you too can contribute to our understanding of one of history's most intriguing civilizations. If this journey through the mysteries of Byzantine cryptography has sparked your curiosity, consider exploring further. There are countless resources available, from academic journals to interactive exhibits, offering fresh perspectives on these timeless secrets. And remember, every discovery begins with a single step. So take a moment to subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, and join us as we continue unraveling the wonders of history. Together, let's keep the spirit of exploration alive.